guys, I hope everyone's doing great. I vlogged my week-long trip to Europe that started off by us first taking a flight to Rome. That was about 10 hours, and we had 3 meals on the flight. Next, we headed to one of my favorite places, which was the Trevi Fountain. It was only about 5 minutes from where we stayed. We stayed at the DoubleTree Hotel, and it was amazing. I got to throw a coin in the fountain and make a wish. This fountain does get really packed though, but it was so beautiful to see in person, and we actually got our picture taken by a photographer that was there who had a Polaroid camera. This is my little cousin. Her name is Avi, and here I'm showing you my outfit. I thought this restaurant was too cute not to film, but we got lots of time to explore around Rome, and then the next day we headed to the Colosseum, which was my absolute favorite place we visited. It's actually one of the 7 wonders of the world. While on our tour, we bumped into Jordan Woods and Carl Anthony Towns, which was so crazy. And then the following day, I wore this really cute outfit that I showed, and then we headed for a 3-hour drive in the car to Florence, and I loved the scenery on this drive, and we saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which was amazing in person. After that delicious meal, we walked around Florence, and we did a tour that was about 4 hours that we had headphones for. And these are my 2 little cousins. We then headed to this beautiful museum and got some gelato after because we love gelato here. It's so good. Okay, hey guys, welcome to our ASMR video. I don't have my mic. The next day we headed to Tuscany, and it was a pretty long car ride. Here I am showing my outfit. I really loved this winery that we ended up going to. It was so beautiful. We also got a tour of the winery, and we got to taste test the wine with some cheese and bread. This view here was actually unreal. I had to record it. was such a great time, and the meal was amazing. At this point, I was in awe, and if you don't know, the Eiffel Tower lights up for the first 5 minutes of every hour. I believe it's like 8 to 12 or 8 to 2 or something, and it was amazing. My favorite song, Bella Ciao, is being played right now, and this is the Eiffel Tower in all of its glory. It's actually perfect. It was unreal. And then we headed back home. This airport was the nicest airport I've ever been to in my entire life. As you can see, they had like velvet couches. Then I included a few photos. One of my sister and I at the Louvre. This is the Eiffel Tower. These are the meals that they served at the Eiffel Towers, which were some of the best meals I've ever had. I loved that octopus. They put chocolate in their coffee, and this is my family and I eating dinner. This is the desserts my sister and I had, and a view of Venice and of my favorite museum. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see a glimpse